Hey cousins, welcome back to Just My Thoughts with Ro on the Ro Reacts TV channel. Today we're going to discuss Tamara and her entitlement. Okay, so oh, Tamara, I was pulling for you. We were pulling for you, T. But you know what? This morning she woke up and she chose violence. She woke up and checked her account this morning, and her $30K a month that she was getting has finally been cut to $15K. And Wayne already told her that he was going to go ahead and do that. He said, I'm going to give you $30K for the next 3 months. After 3 months, I'm going to cut it to $15K for another 3 months. And after that, if you need anything else, just give me a call. Well, today she realized her $30K turned to $15K, and she got an instant attitude. What did she decide to do? She got dressed. She went over there and confronted Wayne. He cracked me up. He was sitting in the chair under his shady tree like he usually does. She pulls up in her Kia, and she's walking fast. He has this look on his face. He's telling her, you know what? Please don't come here with that. I see how fast you're walking. Slow that walk down. I don't have time for that this morning. She hits him with, oh, so you really did it, huh, Wayne? He really did what? He knew what she was talking about right away. He tell her, yes, Tamara, yes, I did it. I cut your money to $15K. She has a big attitude. But you know what, Tamara? Where is your father at? Didn't you just send your father to him? If you had a problem with all of this, why didn't you just tell your dad, I want to be with Wayne? Why didn't you go and make Wayne a meal and serve that on a platter for him and give him something else to eat also? I don't understand it. You want to act like you one of his children's mothers, and he has to take care of you. Everything he's doing for you since you broke up with him is out of the kindness of his heart. He asked you to cook. We know that he already wanted to be with Lauren, but you didn't know that. But he did ask you to cook over and over again, and you guys are taking this for play. You too, Amber, you better listen up. Your man asked you to cook, and you won't cook him a meal. You just want to think that pretty is just enough and some good cat. It's not. Pay attention to Shayla. She thought she had that yes ma'am, and she thought that was good enough. Didn't cook a meal or nothing, just thinking her yes ma'am is good enough. He asked you to cook, and you didn't even come over there after y'all broke up. Child, I'd have came with a meal so fast, you let Lauren see where you were slipping and step right on in. And I ain't saw Lauren make another meal since then, but hey, let's get back to this entitlement. He does not owe you anything, Tamara. And if your good friends were still around, they will let you know that you are really tripping. And they probably would have told you by now, girl, let's learn how to cook some vegan foods. I don't know. You gonna be so, I'm not gonna cook for him. You think that this man owes you something, but you don't want to give him the desires of his heart? I don't understand you. I really don't. I thought you were smarter than that. And to have the conversation that you had in front of Lauren, and to give Lauren that upper hand, and Lauren told you she was going to be watching her man's pockets going forward. And I feel like Wayne should have checked her too and told her, I don't need you to watch my pockets. You need to watch your own pockets. But they'll get to that conversation when Dan comes around. Y'all, I'm talking fast, but I'm going to slow down. So yeah, the thought of you thinking that you are deserving of this money just because you guys dated and he's supposed to still take care of you, you haven't done anything that he's asking for you to do. And your pride won't let you do it. But you put that pride to the side when it was time to ask for this money, and you didn't even come humbly. You could have told him, hey, Wayne, I know you cut the money, but can you at least go up $5,000 more? He'd have probably said no, but it's the way you asked. You didn't even ask, politely. You came up there entitled. The nerve of you. You and Amanda have some nerve. And you are doing all this in front of Lauren's face, and Lauren told you she's going to be watching her man's pockets. And I would have told her, oh, like you watch Dan's pockets? That was the best time to bring Dan up. But you wasn't even thinking about Dan. You sitting up talking about, really, Wayne? Really? Oh, is she the reason why? No. He already told you how it was going to be, and he asked you to cook. You should have came over there with a meal, some breakfast, something, anything. He would have been like, oh, you're cooking now. Yep, I'm cooking. Can you go up on my feed, please? Why did you send your father over there, and why did you turn in that G-Wagon if your motive was to still be under Wayne's thumb? Why is the money good enough? Why didn't you get angry enough to say, I don't want this money anymore. I'm good. I'm going to take care of me. You better start figuring out how you are going to supplement that money before you and Shayla are on the whole stroll. You have really lost yourself. You really have. And I know your father would be livid if he knew you were over there begging this man for money. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. Look, about to call you Shayla. And let's get on Shayla. Why are you taking her lead? Why are you following her lead, I should say? Don't you see how her life has turned out for her? Don't you see that she doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of if Iman and Anthony take it away from her? All right, so let's recap. You're prideful because you won't cook the man a meal. You won't go and try to make up with him, even though you really do still want to be with him. You're entitled because you feel like even though you're not doing those things, he still has to take care of you, and he doesn't. He could step right over you and act like he doesn't even know you ever existed. And you're delusional. You are delusional to think that just being you is good enough to be with this star who's bringing in so much money, who has women throwing themselves at him, and you don't have to offer him anything that he's asking for other than poom poom, as Mr. O'Neill says. And you are lucky that Wayne is the sweetheart that he is. Even though he's a dog, he's a mutt. You know what I mean? When it comes to women, you lucky that he's the sweetheart that he is, because any other man would have cut your money off right then and there. They'd have been like, oh, okay, well, if this is not enough, you don't have to worry about next month because it won't be there for you to complain about. Period. Well, thanks for joining me on my rant. These are my raw emotional thoughts of what I just witnessed in the Kountry Wayne skit universe. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next Reacts TV video. And please, if you made it this far, go on ahead and hit the like button. I will appreciate it.